As you know, Palantir stock was around $17 at the beginning of 2024. On November 4, 2025, it rose to the $206 level, and within this period, the stock achieved about a 1,218% return, meaning a 13-fold increase. Honestly, this is a massive rise. So, what was behind this increase, if you want? Let's examine it all together, one by one. Its inclusion in the fall of late 2024 into the S&P 1500 index. Palantir becoming part of this index was a turning point. Actually, let's do this. Does it correspond to here on this chart? Exactly. I mean, with the stock hitting the S&P 1500, a new era opened, frankly. If we put a resistance here, it was a turning point for that period and allowed movements to accelerate and increase. Then it triggered mandatory purchases for index funds. It provided institutional investor confidence. It significantly increased liquidity. Secondly, the AI platforms and bootcamp strategy. Palantir's AI platform bootcamp sales strategy became a major commercial engine. They organized intensive training camps for potential customers. Sales cycles dropped from months to just days. Commercial revenues broke records. Gross profit margins increased up to 84%. This is what caused the stock to rise quite well. Thirdly, the defense and public sector contracts. It strengthened relations with the Pentagon, the U.S. Department of Defense. It played a key role in the Pentagon's AI integration and modernization projects. It guaranteed steady government-side revenues. It provided an advantage through security clearances, finance, profitability, and sustainability. The company is no longer just growth-oriented but has become a profitable company. DApps started to form consecutively, as you can see around here. Almost everywhere, gaps started appearing. This actually resulted in a net profit margin of 43.67% and pushed net profit up to $1.62 billion, and currently, the market value has reached $330 billion. And fifth and finally, the AI hype and sectoral trend. In the 2024-2025 season, the general AI craze, the increase in defense spending, and deep tech investments directly benefited Palantir's ecosystem. Now let's look at what the critical levels were in the past. If we take these past critical levels as a base and draw a Fibonacci retracement level, as you can see from the peak point of $208, it has pulled back to $124 as of now. It's creating resting intervals for the trend that has been ongoing for a long time. We can even say we are inside a small correction channel here. As you can see on the daily chart, we see that we have touched the 200-day moving average and, for a while now, the 100-day moving average. The current technical outlook might stem from this. As you can see, it's below the 200-day moving average, but where we really need to look is the weekly chart. As we see on the weekly charts, since March 2nd, we have been stuck between $153 on the upside and $136 on the downside. However, you can see here how beautifully the 50-week average has worked. Even at every peak point I'm talking about the white lines attacks come in the stock, but since these attacks remain weak, short-term pullbacks unfortunately happen due to selling pressure. Where is our support point? Let me share our support point with you immediately. This area is actually a support point for us. Let's write that down too. Therefore, we can say this support point will work in the upcoming period. What was the support point? You can think of the range between $127 and $136 as the support point. What happens if the stock turns from here? If we want to share the targets, first 153 can be shown as a target. Afterwards, 177 and 288 levels. Meaning the continuation of this movement will likely come, and it should come technically. But right now, there is no positive side to this. This is a good buying zone, a place to be supported. Stock can be collected here, which the graphic already shows us that stock is being collected and bought. The place we are holding onto is a support. The more it is tested and can't be broken, the more its strength increases day by day. Then a week comes, and you see this line has suddenly jumped here, and the stock can start moving upwards from then on. These are our targets. Let's repeat these three targets if you wish. We will watch 153, 177, and 288 levels in the first stage so that the higher targets can become important for us later. What would I do? As the Stock Valley channel, I would. Yes, let's not scribble too much. Let it be a clear, simple, and plain graph. This zone is our good stock collection area, a place to buy stock. What can this be? Let me tell you, I have notes for you. Our range is this, $153. If we do it like this, between $153 and $136 at the bottom, you can accumulate buys and sells between these two levels. Either one is not important, but the important thing is this: if the stock sags to 126 and below like it did here, if a trend now moves downwards like this time the place we can follow is 119, and the one below that is 96. But since 119 coincides with the Fibonacci golden ratio, we think it will appear as a place that should not be broken or surpassed. That's all we have to say for Palantir. If you've watched this video this far, you can subscribe to the channel and like the videos. If you share this video, you will be contributing to us. Wishing you all great profits.